Hello, guys. It's been a bit since I've posted to my show. I am very sorry. And I mean that. I've been very busy with school and work. I promise I wasn't being lazy and not working on anything. I was, honest to God, busy. But just to make everything up, we're going to be talking about a game called Lethal Company. This game is so good. I decided to discuss this game today and how good they implemented low graphics to a horror game to make it so good. But before we start, as said by the infamous the Russian Badger, Lethal Company is an Easter egg hunt on a minefield. If that minefield was also located on a shooting range,
Oh yeah, I just made quota right there by myself.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not
we put
quota.
it
We still,
outside.
we still.
Oh, it's fire! Kill this spot. I'm sorry.
inside of a haunted house crawling with monsters. That's a fire exit, but I'm not gonna go because I'm gonna try to get just a little bit more. That pretty much sums up Lethal Company in a nutshell. And I'm so in love with this game that outsold COD that I'm gonna ramble about this game for 20 minutes. So, let me explain. This game is a co-op horror about stealing I mean scavenging abandoned moons to sell scrap to the company. Man, I can only wonder why these moons were abandoned.
Why didn't you move?
Right. And it doesn't help that quota is a thing in this game. At first, people might think quota is just a useless five-letter word, but it means sell or die.
You have not met the profit quota. Your performance has been
We
deemed
lost
below
the
standard.
company. Whoa, wait, hold
Welcome
on.
to our disciplinary process.
Man, we just lost $150. We just lost $150.
It doesn't matter what horrors are going on in any moon, you will kill for quota. You will die for quota. And you will even betray your friends for quota.
Right, get the stuff and get out there, like now. It's about to leave. Yo, it's 11-4. You got something on you.
I'm dead.
Ah, I gave him away. Yup,
Thanks.
yup.
And if your friends are idiots, like mine are, then it's not gonna look too good for you.
I'll kill you.
You can't give me 500 a year. Just kidding. That thing's so slow, can't
If you're feeling suicidal, you've come to the right place. Cause I wanna fucking kill myself as well.
And if you don't know how to use the terminal, you are dead. Because Lethal Company puts a gun to your head and says collect enough scrap for quota, or you and your friends will be sucked into the vacuum of space. And to get quota, you have to go to different moons, which if your team is going to Titan, that's a lot of money, costing $7,000, which means you could die. It's very dangerous. It has a S plus level ranking of danger. But on the other hand, you could get a lot of money from it. And speaking of money, some of that scrap sells for money. And some of this makes no sense. No sense. A jar of pickles could be worth more than a nuclear power core, which is kind of insane. Also, if you sell your scrap on day 0, your scrap will sell for 100% of the profit. But if some days it can sell for 30%, 53%, and 77%, which doesn't matter, and I don't care what day you sell it on. I don't care about the percent. Just as long as you meet that quota. If you've already made quota, that means you have enough money to spend on flashlights, walkie-talkies, a toilet. Wait, why do you want a toilet? Which are important to have because, like flashlights, for example, help you see in the dark. If you don't have your brightness up to 100%, like a baby, you're gonna need it to spot, like, landmines, turrets, spike traps, etc. And if you have a walkie-talkie, whoever's on this ship can tell you if there's any loot or monsters nearby, which is very helpful when you're like me and doesn't really care about anything. Hey, look, there's a landmine over there. What? Now let's talk about the traps. The landmines are the worst in the game and also kind of the funniest in the game. But when you step on a landmine, they don't explode immediately, which is good for you and your teammates. Your teammates can get out of the blast radius so they don't die with you, which, gonna say, has happened a lot. Turrets and spike traps are pretty self-explanatory. Spike traps literally are just crushers, and they're pretty much really easy to spot. Next thing to talk about is monsters. Monsters are the most second important thing that makes this game scary. Like the Coilhead, which is the best red light, green light player I've ever seen. I'm gonna play green light, red light. Green light. Wait, hold on. Green light, red light. Yippee! Green light, red light.
Yahoo! Waha!
A loot bug can be negotiated with. I don't know why I started. Why? Why I stuttered on that word. Anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. Loot bugs can be negotiated with. Don't try that crap with Bracken, though, because he can snap your neck within a millisecond if you don't see him. But all you have to do to really get rid of him is just glance at him, which, to be fair, doesn't really sound that hard. Kind of like the Nutcrackers and the Butlers. It's a high risk and high reward situation, because if you kill either one of them, they give you a weapon. The Nutcracker can give you a shotgun if you kill him, which I gotta say, is a lot harder than killing the Butler. Last but not least, immersion. Because this game turns a 2D voice chat into 3D voice chat. This is so brilliant, and I didn't know how brilliant this was until it was stolen from me. Okay, situation. I'd stepped on a landmine, and I had to try to call for help, but no one was there. I did not have a walkie-talkie on me. Because you're so used to talking to your friends, but as soon as they're gone, and you think you're talking to someone, you hear nothing. You're by yourself, the night is getting big, and you can only hear monsters coming near you. I accidentally stepped on a landmine. So, guys? Guys? No! I don't think they can hear me because I think they can see my messages. Can someone hear me? Can someone hear me? I'm stuck on a landmine. I'm not. I mean, I want someone to know that I have loot. Making this game was. I don't know how to say this, man, but this game was made by one person. Like you gotta give him some credit. This game was made by one person, and I mean one person. There was no I. So that's pretty much why I like Lethal Company. I mean, it was made by one person. I love the atmosphere. It feels like you're actually in the game. I love the monsters. I love the moves. And you just have to check this game out for yourself because there's new updates coming out every time. Like I had just gotten the game like a month ago. And the next week, Zeekers, the developer of the game, had updated the game to have these big, giant robots called the Old Birds and Butlers, which I gotta say is pretty freaking cool. I'm very sorry I haven't posted, but my name is Kyla Sir, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.